I just realized that today is actually exactly 5 months since I got laid off, and it is time for an update. If you're new here, my name is Maria. I'm a software engineer. I live in sunny Florida, and 5 months ago, I got laid off from my job in tech at a startup. So to recap quickly, the first 4 months after the layoff, it's not what I expected. Shortly before I got laid off, my husband and I, we've been married for 17 years, we decided to split. Even though it was very amicable, it was friendly, it was still a really tough time for me. And there I was, a single mom, recently divorced, and without a job. So not a great combination. And on top of that, I was really burnt out from life in general and from this constant mad race in AI world. You know, trying to keep up, trying to kind of figure out what's going on, what new hot tool is going to replace me, like stuff like that. And because I have background in self-development, in high performance psychology, I knew that this is the time to kind of stop and recalibrate, just take a break, reset, and ultimately reinvent myself, because otherwise I knew it's gonna be this miserable chase after recruiters trying to get any job you can, and I just didn't want that. I know that energy and clarity are extremely important in our career. So first 2 months, I stopped everything. I spent a lot of time with my daughter, rested, recovered. I was cooking at home. I was pretty much practicing a lot of things that I know from natural health and wellness. Surprisingly, my energy came back very quickly. So within 2 months, I basically started feeling this rush of energy. I started feeling alive, which is not a big surprise if you think about it. If you take care of your body, if you slow down, if you eat well. Basically, I know a lot about natural health. I have background in natural health. So after you start doing this, you become very energized and your brain works differently. You see more opportunities. So what I also did, I started spending more time with people, which I know sounds a little crazy, but maybe you notice that when you go through some rough patch and you are a little burnt out, you start shutting people down. You kind of start isolating yourself. It's normal in psychology, but it's also not helping us. Like we just start spending time with Netflix at home. We don't talk to people as much anymore. And I started getting out of my shell. I started seeing my girlfriends, spending more time with other women. I started meeting more women. And I kind of rediscovered this passion in natural health, which I had before I became a software engineer. And by meeting these new women, new people, I realized that, first of all, it fuels me, but also there are opportunities to create software, to create a product. And regardless of what I'm gonna do, I saw it as a good opportunity. I started talking more and I started developing a software. For example, the software in detox that I'm working on right now. I also met some people online and in person who needed some websites done. And I did a couple of them for some quick cash, which was nice. And I just realized that maybe I don't want to go back to full-time employment. Maybe there is life besides corporate America. And that was huge for me because I spent pretty much the last 15 plus years, almost 20 years in corporate America. I knew how to be an employee. And I realized, what if this is a good time to try something else? To try all these projects, and not just projects I had in the past, the ideas. What if I try something brand new? And so I picked two directions. I picked one, which I want to stay in tech. started this YouTube channel, and I'll tell you more about this in a second. I want to keep being a software engineer. I want to create products, but I also want to go the second route as well. I want to be in natural wellness and health industry, and I want to develop some businesses there as well. That was really powerful because I just saw so many opportunities where before I saw zero. I didn't see anything. I also need to mention that I did get a pretty good job offer 2 months ago, and I ended up turning it down. But I got that job offer because my LinkedIn is set up pretty well, because I have my personal network. And if you want me to make a video specifically if you do want to get a job, because right now I don't really want to get a full-time job, but if I did in this market, what I would do, how would I set up my LinkedIn? So if you want a video like this, just let me know. So anyway, what happened in the last months for me? It was a really interesting month. Two things happened. First of all, this very channel, Maria Talks Tech, it surprised me. I know it's still a small channel, and for some it just might seem completely ridiculous. It just seems like nothing. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but this channel blew my mind with the quality of comments, with people emailing me. I was just shocked how smart, quality people out there listening to, watching my videos. I actually met some really nice people. And I had a couple of Zoom calls with my subscribers. That's amazing. That's like the best networking you can imagine, because it's not just shallow. It's not, you know, how sometimes you go to networking events and it feels awkward and you don't really know a person. But when it's happening like this, for example, through a YouTube channel or other social media, people actually get to know you, and it's a completely different conversation, completely different level. And it's great to think about possible collaboration we can have with these people. So that's one. And number two, I got contacted by a South Korean national television, their economics division, because they are doing the documentary about AI, about layoffs in big tech, and they reached out, they interviewed me, we worked together, and the show is set to come out in 2 weeks. I think it's a great opportunity. The Asian markets and economies are developing so fast, and they're looking up to America. I would never have opportunity like this if I didn't have this channel. I mean, how would they find me? It's not like I go to South Asia for a weekend. When I started this YouTube channel, I was lost. I was confused, scared. My first video I created out of pain, and I didn't know anything about anything. I didn't know how to have a YouTube channel, how to make a good video, I still don't know how to make good videos. But you know, I didn't know how to edit videos. I didn't know any software. I didn't know the algorithm, but I felt the urge to put it out there. This video of me basically going through this human experience of being laid off, being scared. I knew that yes, it's embarrassing, but yes, there are some people going through the same thing, and this might help them. Because you probably noticed on social media, we see these perfect images, we see these perfect videos of these perfect people who have it all together, and it makes us feel like crap, especially after we've been knocked on our butts and we're not doing well. Immediately we feel isolated. We feel like I'm the only loser on the block. And this really helps to hear someone saying, hey, I'm here, I'm hurting, and this is normal. You know, life is up and down. And if we're so embarrassed of being down sometimes, we kind of lose touch with reality, because reality is like this. Reality is not always up, right? And the amazing thing is that when we're down sometimes, we see the opportunities we never seen before. It's, in my opinion, from all my prior experiences being down, this might be a beginning of something of something great. I'm just realizing now the power of social media, power of having a meaningful YouTube channel, because honestly, I would rather have 100 subscribers who understand me, who engaging with me, who they might disagree with me. It doesn't mean that we all have to agree. No, we can disagree. We can all have different opinions, but to have people like this is better for me than to have a million subscribers who are just random people who don't even know me or take the time to get to know me, and they just passing by. So I am now seeing more and more opportunities in YouTube alone, the collaborations that can happen, the ways to make money. And I think that monetization of a channel is probably like the lowest way to make money on YouTube. And learning this, studying this is actually pretty exciting. What about the struggle? Struggles, of course, are there. It's not all amazing, even though I am very optimistic. Of course, it's not ideal. So what are my struggles? I am realizing now, especially in the past months, that I am my biggest bottleneck right now. So I am developing this channel. I have other business ideas, and I need to start outsourcing some things. I need to start outsourcing video editing, even though I learned how to edit videos, and I can actually, if I spend X amount of hours, I can create a good video, and I can record it better, and I can create all these animations. I now know how to do it, but I need to stop doing this. I need to start outsourcing and have a team of people who will do these little things for me, because it will help me go faster. It will help me to scale, and not just with YouTube channel, but with these other business ideas as well. But the catch is, of course, I am not making money yet. And for this to start scaling, you need money. Technically, I could get another full-time job now as a software engineer, and yes, I would have instantly cash inflow to do all this, but I wouldn't have time to pursue these projects. I wouldn't have time to record videos, have strategized to develop my natural wellness business, to work on an app, on 2 apps. So this is just what happens. And it's an interesting challenge. I am still thinking about how I'm gonna handle it. But for now, yes, there is basically this friction of time versus effort and money. And speaking about finances, I am doing okay. So I'm not thriving financially. I'm not making a lot of money yet. This is not the goal right now. Still, this is the exploration period, time to think and strategize and try new ideas, because clarity only comes when we're actually trying things. My YouTube channel, for example, it was a completely different idea from where I'm heading now. And it feels differently, it looks differently. And again, speaking of finances, I made a little bit of money from some projects. I have some investments that are making money. I have some savings. So I'm doing okay. But of course, financially, it's nothing to brag about. However, at the same time, in all other areas of my life, I'm thriving. And that's amazing. I know that money will come. I know how to make money. I know how to make money as an employee. I just don't know yet how to make money as an entrepreneur, as just having something on my own. So that is very exciting. Anyway, thanks you guys for listening. Let me know what you think about all of this. If you think it's ridiculous, if you think I'm crazy, or if you're actually curious about this experiment, because it is an experiment. I'm trying things, and I'm gonna see where it takes me. Take care. Bye.